The Gambia registered its first case of the coronavirus on the 17th of March 2020. During this period, the number of patients and deaths increased gradually.
Some families, they've lost so many people in the family, and some very important persons in their families because of COVID.
Due to the rise in numbers, the country observed a 6-month lockdown in an attempt to curb the pandemic.
I have now signed a second proclamation declaring a state of public emergency throughout the Gambia.
The government took action by shutting down all public activities and discouraging public gatherings in order to keep its citizens safe. Social distancing and other measures were applied to minimize the spread and eventually slow down the spread of the virus. This affected several aspects of the economy, particularly the tourism industry. Consequently, businesses have had to close, transportation fees increased, food and the cost of living became expensive, and those that rely mainly on tourism for their livelihood have had to find an alternative source of income. This meant that majority of the population had to quickly adapt with coping strategies and learn to navigate the ensuing challenges. On March 12, 2021, the vaccination exercise was rolled out in the Gambia, and the country began to record a very good number of recovering patients. Life once more started to feel normal. Unfortunately, not everyone followed the rules. Most citizens were in denial.
A lot of people talk about COVID doesn't exist, especially it's gone in the Gambia because of the heat and so on. I don't think that's the reality. The reality on the ground can be seen based on the figures that we've seen lately.
We are too serious for that. Some of us have very, very important responsibilities that we do. If you see us leave those responsibilities and now being on this COVID duties for all this almost a year, if that is not real, then some serious problem must be there.
Government and WHO COVID guidelines weren't strictly adhered to, which inevitably led to a second wave and an increase in numbers. Recent statistics are indicating that COVID is once more witnessing a significant increase in the Gambia, which concerns over a new variant. The short-lived normality that was experienced during the past months has now taken a negative turn as COVID deaths and cases are on the rise. As of July 23, 2021, the Gambia has confirmed a total of 7,161 COVID-19 cases. Certain public health regulations, including the mandatory wearing of face masks, is once again in full effect. Failure to adhere to the regulations would subject violators to an on-the-spot $1,000 fine. Social distancing is being strongly advised, including the use of face masks in all public places and public transport. Traffic police are also stopping vehicles and enforcing mask rules on the roads. However, markets are still overcrowded and public gatherings are making a comeback. This begs to ask the question, is Gambia not taking COVID seriously? And why are there so many cases? Some are still in denial that COVID exists and believe it might be illnesses associated with the rainy season. No social distancing, we are still shaking hands, no mask unless forced, and sensitization at an all-time low. We must keep the COVID conversation going. What have you done today to adhere to the guidelines or sensitize a friend or family member? We need to do better if we want to survive this pandemic. We need to look after each other. We must all play our parts and follow the guidelines. Social distance, wash our hands regularly, wear masks, and get tested as soon as we have symptoms. But most importantly, get vaccinated and let us fight this once and for all. The COVID-19 pandemic is very much real and still with us. Stay safe, Gambia, and become each other's keeper.
Are you looking to send money from the UK to your loved ones in Gambia? Remit Continental provides the platform to do just that at the most competitive rate. Plus, you get more for your money with zero transfer fees. All you have to do is download free Remit Continental app and start sending money today. Choose Remit Continental, your fastest money transfer in minutes. We have a team of friendly advisors in 150 locations in all corners of the Gambia, ready to assist you. Remit Continental is FCA approved, making our services safe and reliable to use. Remember, for a zero transfer fee, download our app today. Remit Continental, where your money matters and family comes first.